Just thought I'd turn this on a little bit while I was out here, sweating a little bit, doing a little bit of watering, and more or less just looking out for things, looking for bugs like I always do. Um, but really just checking on things, Tracy, making sure things are still progressing, the growth. Thought there was a growth on here. Guess not. And that's about it, really. Watering. Today is a fertilizer day, and that's that bud on Mark Jones crust with jungle spots. Still waiting to see signs of some action on my epidendrum. These like a winter's rest. So you really don't water them until you see signs of new growths. Like that is a new growth right there. That little thing. And these are spikes, of course, with the individual flower buds appearing. What else? What else can I show you? Do like the fact that I'm getting some new growths here on my plantii that just bloomed. This one's got two new growths. Don't see any on that yet. Still waiting on this to kind of perk up. This is my Parkinsonianum epidendrum. This is the one that had the sheaths on it. There's a sheath right there. I would fully expect those to be blooming size or blooming. Of course, this is still looking really, really nice. Smelling nice as well. The yellow tenafolia. This is something that I rarely talk about. I've had this for a very long time and it's grown. It's never bloomed. I got this from Wade's years ago, repotted in 2019. It's Pleurothallus longissima. It produces growths and then they put up a sheath and then they bloom from the sheath. Really small flowers, but very floriferous. It's never bloomed. And well, no, this thing says 19, but I'm just now seeing new growths on the plant. And there's one right there. So hopefully, really, it had just been stalling for about a couple of years, and then I decided to repot it. But prior to that, it had been putting up growths. This right here is something else. This is my Path Charles Worthy eye. I've had this about a year. It'll be a year this summer. And it did bloom last fall from one of these. Here's the bloom over here from that growth, and then it put up two new fans. This is also something that's exciting that I'm really pushing the fertilizer on. This is my brassia that's got two new growths on it. It's reputedly the one with the biggest flowers. Sunrise Glow, Phelps Farm. This is still kind of going out, my Guatemalensis. And that's definitely going out. Although, yeah, I don't think that bud's going to open. But I did enjoy that for the short time that it was blooming. It was very fragrant, as is, of course, the regular tenafolia, as opposed to this one, the yellow form, of course. Still, Fredericksenum looking really nice. This is my Roger Frampton plant. Hopefully, I will be able to grow it like Roger. He's won so many awards for his Dendrobium Fredericksenum. Let's see. You can see how the flower buds have burst further through the outer sheath as those are still inside. That will soon become like a flower bud. Similar to this plant, they're from the same family, not the same species, not the same genus, but similar action. You can see how it was inside of the sheath. I talked about that during my Orchid Today video. I'm also making sure that I water these really well. These are brand new. These are Epidendrum diffusums. That these are just babies. I got these at H&R or from H&R. They're on their latest plant list. And there is a bud on a Cattleya that bloomed for me last year. Still no fragrance from this, although it should be fragrant. But I have yet to smell it. I mean, I've smelled it, but I've not smelled the fragrance, fortunately. I'm kind of worried about this. I have, I'm going to give it a little bit of a rest, even though it is mounted. Uh, you can see the browning that's down there. You really don't want that to spread any further, so I've put some dragon's blood on it. So I'm kind of going to let that dry. And then after a week or so, we'll see if it's stabilized, if it's spread anymore, because it generally will go up. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. That is my Dimorphorchis lowii, one of them. My other one is doing really well. That one's doing well for me. Back over this way, that spike is looking really nice on that Cattleya. That's Penny Corota crossed with Jungle Gem. And another bloom on my adorable Upwind, of course. Love that color. And it is funky. And I have two more flowers coming. Yeah, there's the other one down there. This is also something that's just marinating. That's my Epi Green Hornet, which has a couple sheaths on it. And that generally blooms early or in the middle of the summer, I should say. It blooms just suddenly from the dried sheaths. And that new growth is looking really nice on this Cattleya, which is pretty popular. Memoria and Balmores. Um, hey, Denise. No, not Denise. Danny. Sorry, I can't even see. My face is so sweaty. I am. It's hot. It's an 80-degree day today. I wonder what the temperature is in here. If I can. What does it say? 83 degrees and 93% humidity. Let me see if I can find another one because I know I have another one. But I actually have put a couple of things outside, not a lot. Um, yeah, it's burning up. But that's my repot from yesterday, my video. That's the Kiko Sato. And all of these have been soaked. It's my Paul Parquet. And these are still soaking in the buckets. Today I put in, I use the Maxigro. These are 6-gallon buckets, and I'm doing half strength. And you're supposed to do two tablespoons per gallon, and I'm only putting in one. So I'm doing this, and I'm putting in Epsom salts, and I'm also putting in a little drop of liquid kelp. That's what my mixture is in my fertilizer. That's what I'm mixing That's what these are soaking in. And in order to bring that up to a pH, this is rainwater from my bucket right out there. And in order to bring the pH up, I have to put in a tablespoon, no, a teaspoon and a half of baking soda. And then I add that to this, and then it comes up to the 5.8. And then after it's up to the pH, then I put in CalMag. That's what I do. And sometimes I don't put in the kelp. Sometimes, most times I do though. So, geez, I guess that fell over and I didn't know. But that is what I use in my fertilizer. But yeah, Aikido Sato is you know, it's everybody's favorite. It is so fragrant and beautiful, and the way that the flower changes colors as it ages. I mean, these are about to close, and I mean, it's still such a very nice color. Still so nice, even when it's like that. And I know, hopefully, I am here. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, it's all good. All good. But this right here has really floored me for some reason. This area up here. I don't know. Sorry for that. I don't know what causes YouTube to do that. Maybe it's my internet. But this is another thing that just happened overnight. Maybe this is related to how this has been happening with this browning of those flowers. This is also something that I woke up to. This and this plant as well. This was doing so well, and I don't know where this came from, how it happened. Serrata stylus. It had put up a lot of new growths. It had like not lots of nice roots. Those new growths at the base, and then all of a sudden, overnight, that looks like cold damage. That is what that looks like. So we will see, but I don't think anything else in this area is showing that same kind of damage. Not these basavolas that are up here. These are still looking really nice. The roots are still uh, fairly green tips. They still look nice. So I don't get why that just all of a sudden, and that, and this is obviously not going to do well. In fact, this one that I was going to give away is doing better than the one that I was supposed to be keeping. This one is doing much better than that one over there. Fancy that. I don't get it. So yeah, I'm just watering, doing some maintenance. Let me see. Thanks for everybody's comments. Let me see if I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. Uh, yeah, I'm just trying to. This is actually something good that I'm going to share. This is another angraecum that I bought. I've had this for a few months now. This is antenna. Actually, it's an Aranthes, I believe, antennaphora. But and of course, I just mounted it on my homemade, wine cork. But I did notice that there's a new leaf coming out there, and also right there. Do you see that new root right there? So that's promising. These get dunked every day. This is another angricoid that I got from Louisiana. That's my Vitaminze crossed with Yonya. So, yeah, that's how things are going out here down at this end for the most part. Not much in flower. I've got some spikes down here. That's a new spike. for this flower. And this Phalaenopsis down here is still so very fragrant. It is still fragrant. That's Joy Spring Canary. I can understand now why that orchid is so expensive. But yeah, so soon we'll have lots of encyclia blooms, which are fragrant. Um, what else? There's a bud on a Phalaenopsis. This flower still looks really, really nice. That Cattleya still looks so nice. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, this spike is still on the plant right here. These will take a little while though. Take a long while, in fact. And got my little glass of wine right here. Actually, I might go outside. I'm still hopeful that this repot is going to be okay, even though it is leaning. I want to put some dragon's blood down in there just in case there is some rot going on, just as a preventative thing. I don't think it is, but it's a preventative thing. That's also exciting. That's my Arpaphyllum gigantea that's got all those new growths. So let me walk out here for a second, and then I'll go back in, and then I'm going to shut it off because I am sweating like a pig. But yeah, I cleaned up a little bit out here and getting things ready. I actually have some things out here that are hanging that look like they're half dead. And so these are sort of like just hanging out in hopes that they will maybe throw up a new growth. Well, not this one. This is my Lundii. This is just out here getting some sun. But like for instance, this one, this is a Kiku that I brought back from Italy, I know. And it looks like it's half dead. It's been sunburned. It was in that area that was in front of the heater, and it just has been sitting dry all winter. But today I looked on this, and I actually noticed that it's putting up a new growth right there. Can you believe that? This didn't get a drop of water all winter. I mean, it literally was sitting on the floor, and now it's got a new growth. And I'm so happy because I love Kiku, even though I have a couple other ones. But that's proof that orchids, they will survive. They will survive. This is something that I will probably be getting rid of. This is my Miltonia bluntii. It bloomed for me a long time ago, and every year after the bloom count just went down. It put up some new growths. It had about a scale that I brought it out here to kind of take care of, but you can see there's some remnants of it, like right in there, and I can see some here, and I'll keep spraying it. But it is putting up, well, it aborted that growth, but I did see one somewhere else. So it's not dead. There it is. So it's not dead. These are very pretty, fragrant flowers. Just recently repot, well, last year, it's been a year. But I'm probably going to part with this plant, or I might divide it and do something. I don't know. We will see. But anyway, folks, I am going to get on with my watering and talk to you guys soon. And thank you all for tuning in. This is also something that I expect to, because Todd's is actually blooming now. Mine always blooms late. I'm not in Florida, but this is my Epidendrum reniferum. And these sheaths are definitely, here's another sheath up here. They're really all over the plant. So I fully expect them to do something. But anyway, guys, I thank you. I love you all. Thanks for supporting my channel and uh, tuning in to my ramblings and my jungle. So I will see you guys soon, hopefully, and enjoy your orchids and your weekend. Bye.